Hello and welcome to Salt All the Things. Today we're going to develop a new melee skill called Salt Strike that deals extra damage based on how frustrated you are. Just kidding. I'm Rocket, that's Trog.
Hey, everybody.
And joining us today is a very special guest star, Skate. Say hello, Skate.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
We're going to talk about World of Warcraft. We have a very interesting topic for today, but first, Trog, what's new in your neck of the woods?
Ooh, is this where I get to talk about abyss anglers?
I mean, I can start off by saying that I've been having a really fun time with it, and I really enjoy it as like a side piece of content that isn't tied to anything else. I did have a little bit of frustration due to an achievement, but I'll get into that later. I feel that Trog just might have something to say, everybody.
Oh, man. So I was going through all of the achievements, right? Doing all of the things and experiencing all the content. And I got to say, I like the system. I think it's well designed. I think it would be cool if they built a few more maps in different areas with some different abilities on the like fish and stuff. I like the variety of how you get points. It's cool that you can fish underwater. You can get treasures. You can hook fish or sharks or whatever. But those schools of fish, that was like when I was doing the achievements basically lead you to get 500 of everything. So 500 fish caught in the bubbles underwater, 500 treasures, 500 schools of fish. So it felt very unbalanced to me because the treasures and the fishing were pretty easy to knock out because they gave you decent enough rewards. So you were still getting enough of the currency. The fishing took a while just because that's like the thing that takes the most time to do, right? You got to line it up with the shot. You got to destroy its armor and then you got to hook it. So that even feels okay because it felt like kind of the intent of the system. But those schools of fish really bothered me. The schools of fish never upgrade. They give 25 points apiece. A basic treasure, just the opening one at the very start that you can get right away, 500.
Actually, yeah, the treasures are 500. I'm thinking of the little animals you catch with the nets. Those are 100.
And basic common fish are 100. Why are schools of fish 25? And then I thought
there's more fish and less points.
More fish, less points, and they're always in an out-of-the-way spot. They're like way up at the top by like the rocks. They're off by the side. You have to navigate between like, reef structures to like get them. And when typically when WoW makes a series of achievements like that, right? Do X number of things in this event, X number of times or whatever. You tend to like get most of the way on those achievements just naturally by doing the thing.
Right.
But on the schools of fish, by the time that I saw that was something I needed to do 500 times, I think I'd maybe gotten 10 of them. And you can get about 70 of them. There's a really good loop in the second crevice where you can kind of like swim out there and then spiral around. And you can get about 70 per dive.
They do respawn also.
They do respawn, so that's possible. But what really struck me is what we were talking about. The last couple of weeks, we've been talking a lot about how the systems that Blizzard used to put out were by and large fun. I mean, they frickin' practically invented the action RPG market with Diablo. They didn't invent the MMO market, but they certainly like perfected it compared to what had came before.
Yeah.
And same with like the StarCraft games. Those were revolutionary and drove that genre forward. So it bugs me that a mode like Abyss Anglers, which is a fun distraction to do a little bit, right? It wouldn't become a main part of the game for anybody, I don't think. Would be cool if fishing was more like that than how it currently is.
Right.
But it's disappointing that like simple tuning things, like why are those schools of fish 25 points? That's stupid. They're not even worth getting, even if you're right by them. It's not worth the 1 second to veer off and come back because it's only 25
Unless you're
points.
doing the achievement, there is absolutely no reason to swim through them unless they're in your line that you're moving.
And it feels very separate from everything else in that game mode, because everything else in that game mode is at least worth doing, and it feels kind of fun to go and grab a couple of treasure chests, spear a couple of fish, fight a shark, and then get some jellyfish and some crabs. Like, it feels fun and exciting. And then that schools of fish thing, I was like, well, that's poorly balanced. Like, maybe if the schools of fish were more plentiful and they were in common spaces you swim through, so it was just a little bonus when you were already doing things that you wanted to do anyway, that would be completely different. But either you make them worth some real points or you make them more plentiful. And it feels like that is a very simple design thing that somebody, the playtesters playing it should have said, wow, this feels kind of funky. Why would anybody ever swim through one of these clouds of fish? So that's what I wanted to say. It just
I'm
I
just
really like the
basking in
system.
the salty glow right now. It's so fun being on this side of things.
I hope Blizzard is hearing, because I know we're not the only ones saying this, right? I know Belial are saying a lot of this stuff, and others online are saying it too. But
and it's not just with Abyss Anglers; it's basically with everything they keep throwing at us. If it was just a little bit, like, give it more than the once over, okay, good, ship it kind of attitude, right? It's fine tuning and the finesse that we're used to is just not there.
yeah. So I have a film podcast that I listen to all the time, and one of the things one of the hosts says all the time is, if this film was just a little bit better, I would really like it. And I feel like that with Abyss Anglers. If this was just a little bit better, it would be great.
Oh, that's classic.
Well, Rocket,
Well.
that was the rant that I've been excited to do all week long.
We survived, everybody. We survived a Trog rant. The Trog Tale of Tears.
So what have you been up to, Rocket? Are you going to give us some housing deets?
So, housing continues to be a diversion that I welcome, but some frustration is setting in because they still haven't increased the outdoor limits for decor. I was working with Ray on her house and did some really cool upgrades, but we're kind of at a wall as to like what we can do, unless we go inside. So I guess I'll start thinking of new rooms to do inside with her to continue that project. But the other frustrating thing is I've been stuck at rank 9 for housing with a promise of rank 10 coming soon for like over a month and a half now. And I have more than enough points that I could just have the thing if they would just let me have the thing. I don't understand why they're like stalling on releasing rank 10 of housing.
That's weird. I don't think I'm at rank 10, but I noticed that my rank for housing was 10 points over
Right.
the limit to go to the next one. That's
Right.
a weird system.
Yeah, and
I
it
mean, you
doesn't,
told
like,
me.
it doesn't like auto flag either. Like you have to actually look at it and be like, "Oh, I could have upgraded."
Yeah, you had to tell me to go back to the housing place and talk to the dude to upgrade the house.
Foreman, yeah.
I didn't even know that was required. I thought the level would just increase on its own, and whenever I went back to the town, I could talk to that guy a couple times and level it up.
Gee, it's almost like we just talked about features needing just a little bit of fine tuning and polish.
Just a little bit of love and care, man.
I mean, it's like they get it 85% of the way there, and then they're just like, "It's good, ship it."
Yeah, close enough. Good enough. Get it out the door.
Right. It works. Doesn't break the game. All right, cool.
Oh, like that we talked at length during some of our War Within episodes, but that area in the underground zone where you fight all those waves of enemies, that was another thing that I really enjoyed that event. I wish they had actually done something with it because it was actually fun.
And the intent there, at least at first, was that was going to be like the new roguelike feature for the War Within. It was going to be the new Torghast, where as you increased in your rank with that, you would get appropriate rewards and whatever. But they just kind of let it fall to the side, and it's just a one and done. Like, I think I did it once while leveling, and then it was so inconsequential, I only ever did it again when it was part of the weekly quest rotation, because it's a fast, easy thing to do.
Oh, I tended to do it every week for the rep and stuff until I was maxed out. But yeah, it was boring after those first couple times.
Especially, I mean, they even did the finessing of it, of like not making you wait between the waves. Can you imagine if you still had to wait for every single wave?
I just remember I got geared to a point where beat everything in about 5 seconds and then stand around for 30 seconds waiting for the next wave.
Is there no one else?
Well, I chewed up a lot of time talking about Abyss Anglers. We
That's
should probably
okay.
get to
I feel
our
like
main
it was
feature.
necessary, y'all, and I'm sure Skate doesn't mind either. Do you, Skate?
No, not at all.
It's so rare to have a Trog moment of salt. Like, everyone's used to Rocket salty. It's nice to see Trog embrace the warm, comfortable blanket of salt.
You're a bad influence, Rocket.
I am. Today, we are talking Claws Out. Skate's Melee Mastery is the title of our podcast today. For those who don't know him, Skate is you are our resident, like, feral druid, right? That's pretty much what you play most of your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's where the Claws Out came from. So, I've been, raiding off and on with Skate for a little over a year now, and it's really fun to watch him do well on a class that, quite frankly, and we'll get into this more in depth, I'm sure, from his point of view. But quite frankly, the poor kitties have been suffering for a long time.
Yeah,
That's
buff
very
kitty
true.
cat.
But why don't we just take a minute, Skate? We can let you introduce yourself to everybody. Kind of give us an idea of like what got you into WoW, how long you've been playing, and why Feral Druid.
So I actually got introduced to WoW back in, I want to say like 2009, 2010. I'd always been a console gamer up until this point, and like this was kind of my intro into actual PC gaming. And actually one of our guildies, Bam, he's the one that got me into it. We're really good friends. Met him when I lived in Hawaii, and he came up to me one day and was like, dude, if I bought you Cataclysm, would you play this game with me? And I was like, sure, why not? I remember just days go. I didn't have a computer at the time, so I would go over to his house, and either we would go back and forth on the same computer, or I think eventually he got another laptop or another computer, and we would just sit in his living room and play. And then when I finally got my own computer, then we'd play back and forth. But surprisingly, my very first tune on WoW was a gnome warrior.
Nice.
And yeah, all right. I'm pretty sure there's a video floating around either on YouTube somewhere. I'm sure I can find it, or Bam can find it, of like old duels of me and him going back and forth just in random spots. Because we used to do a lot of duels. We still do sometimes, but we did a lot of PvP back then. But yeah, that's kind of how I started. I've been kind of playing off and on since then. So I started in Cataclysm. I played that expansion, then kind of stopped. I fell off for a few years, came back in, I think I'm going to say Warlords of Draenor is when I came back. So I took like a 2 or 3 expansion break, played through that one, stopped again, then came back in Dragonflight, and came back in Shadowlands. And after Shadowlands, yeah, that was kind of a rough one. Although the visuals were great,
Yeah,
I will say that.
you and I talk about this all the time. Like, Shadowlands may have missed the mark on a lot of things, but visually, And especially with Castle Nathria, I feel like Shadowlands hit it out of the park.
See, I really liked Ardenweald, and I mean that's where I kind of spent most of my time. I just liked the aesthetic in Ardenweald.
Which one was Ardenweald again?
The fairies that put on the plays.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that
I
was
don't
like
think I was out there much.
Honestly, if you were
the
a
druid
DPS,
area.
almost every DPS wanted them as their covenant.
Because Convoke the Spirits was fucking broken.
Yeah. So like this goes back to like, you could do what you want. Not really.
All right. But yeah, so I came back in Shadowlands. Was there an expansion between Shadowlands and Dragonflight?
No. Shadowlands straight into
No.
DF, straight into War Within.
Oh, I always feel like Shadowlands was longer ago.
Nah, dude. And the funny
so do
thing
I.
is it's being introduced in. Actually, it's already in the time walking rotation, isn't it? It's Dragonflight that's finally getting introduced. Soon.
You
Yeah,
say
Dragonflight's
finally,
finally
but I'm
getting
like
introduced.
that expansion is still new to me.
Right? And
Yeah,
again,
Dragonflight's only 2 expansions ago.
It doesn't feel like it, man.
Yeah.
Not at all. I actually completely missed one. I came back before Shadowlands in BFA.
Nice.
Sorry.
BFA was.
Yeah, I played
was
through
solid
BFA.
too, mostly.
I think up until the end when they started doing some other things and getting rid of other things. Like the island expeditions, I loved those things.
wish
Oh,
that
those were
Those were
fun.
so fun.
Stuck around and actually got harder.
Yeah, I liked those. I didn't play a lot during BFA, but I did a little bit, and I did a lot of those.
So you brought up something that I think is kind of important too. Is I actually share the experience of going from console to WoW. Like I wasn't a big PC gamer per se. Like I played, a lot of console games over my life.
Right.
But then I started playing with some friends. We played Call of Duty, and then they all jumped ship and started playing WoW, so I did too. But like that transition from the console mentality to the PC mentality, it's a big deal when you think about it.
Oh, 100%.
It's a whole new like area of spending money on things just to be able to stay current. Whereas with a console,
Right.
the console just works. You may have like software updates from time to time, but it's not like you got to replace a graphics card every 6 months,
Right. And see, like, so I actually didn't get my first gaming PC until like 2017.
Wow.
So I was just playing on like pre-built like Dells and stuff, like that was the old like actual
Those poor hamsters.
work. Right, yeah. I had a laptop at one point that I played on, but this was kind of the only game I played for a while up until I got my gaming PC. It was that and League of Legends, which don't ever jump ship to League, please.
You want an even more
it-
toxic community? Well, it would be
Right.
ammunition for the podcast. That's for sure.
I share your feelings, Skate. I also like League of Legends, but I won't play it anymore.
Right? It's not.
I do
worth the
still go
price
back
of
and-
admission.
So I do still go back and play here and there, but I also play with a group of friends, and that actually makes it more tolerable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
think
just
that's
ignore
kinda
the other
how-
team.
That's kind of how World of Warcraft is for most people. Is if you don't have someone to play with, only psychopaths like me would play this game solo.
I
I
couldn't
play
do it.
solo all the time.
Well, there you go. Again, I knew I liked you, Scott.
I knew there was a reason we got along.
But yeah, so like
Oh.
I'm with you on the whole laptop desktop thing. For the longest time, I was stuck in like, if I'm going to play a game, I have to play it on a desktop computer. Laptops are a joke, blah, blah, blah. And then, here recently I've been on a laptop and I'm like, this is doing way better than any desktop PC I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, if
It's
you have a
crazy.
nice laptop.
It's because Trog knows how to pick out machines.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give him his roses, everybody. So.
Thanks,
but
Trog.
But why Feral Druid, Skate? Like, what brought you to that? You started off Warrior. Did you play anything else in between?
Yeah, so I started as the warrior in Cataclysm, and then when I came back in Warlords, I actually played a hunter, which
Ooh.
you guys know as Bojob.
Wonderful name.
Oh, that's you. I always think that's
Yeah,
somebody
that is
else.
me. No, that's me. That's my hunter. So yeah, I started off as a hunter when I came back, and mainly because I was kind of playing solo-ish, but also I liked the idea of shooting arrows and having my pet kill things.
For solo content, pet classes are by far the best. Warlocks, hunters,
Oh.
you know.
100%.
Yeah.
But so I didn't actually like start a druid until the end of Warlords, I want to say, or before right before I stopped playing again. And then when I came back in BFA, I started on my hunter, and God, I don't remember if me and Bam, because Bam was playing warrior at the beginning of BFA, I believe. And I don't remember if I think at one point we both made Death Knight because he said that he wanted to try it. He said he wanted to try playing Death Knight.
He wanted
So
to
I was
try
like,
it,
all right.
and he never stopped.
Yeah, never
Right.
looked back.
Yep. But so like, what was it? I think we both made one, and I stopped playing because I wasn't having fun on Death Knight. But I was like, oh wait, I have this other class that's like level 10. I'll just level this one up. And that was my druid. That was my feral druid. And ever since then, I've just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah. What is it specifically about the druid, other than just being awesome and being in cat form and swiping things all the time? But like, what is it you think that is most attractive about that class for WoW?
Feral in particular?
Or just druid as a whole?
Or just druid? I like the shape-shifting aspects. I like the ability to essentially play any class.
Yeah.
Like, any role that I would like.
They literally are like the Swiss Army knife of World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you get the best of all worlds.
And it may not always be like peak performance per se, but like they can do all the different roles.
Exactly. I mean, you have a tank, a melee DPS, a ranged DPS, and a healer all in one spec.
Right.
Or all in one class, sorry, not spec.
Trog has recently come to discover the joy of druiding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, love
He
my
has
druid.
joined the orange side.
Yeah.
The superior side, Skate.
I'm pretty close.
Yes.
I'm trying to talk him into healing for me, Skate.
He's trying to turn me into a tree. Can you believe it?
I mean, you used to play tree though, right?
I did. Yeah, I did for a long time. It was actually the first healing class I ever played.
Yeah, we need healers.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
we need in our raid. More
stress
healers.
in my life.
At least we don't have a blood DK as our tank.
Well, that's true. At least I have a show doom and a somewhat reliable Drac.
Right.
Well, cool. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for the little, history and like what keeps you playing World of Warcraft? Because let's be honest, there's days that I wonder why I still play.
I ask myself that question every day. But honestly, it's being a part of a guild, or Bam and I played. We still we'll text each other like, hey, you gonna play today, blah blah blah. And usually if nobody's on in guild and he's not texting me back, or he's like, no, I'm not gonna be on, I probably won't get on. But then there are those times where I just like, maybe I'll get on and do something, and I'll hop on and do run like 3 dungeons and then get off.
Yeah. I gotta say, it's really weird in a lot of ways. Like, I put a lot of pressure on myself to play a lot just because I feel like I don't have a lot of free time. But I actually calculated up my playtime for like the last week, and it's way higher than I thought it would be.
Yeah, you tell yourself you don't have a lot of free time, so you got to play, but then
Yeah.
like you end up having way more free time than you thought, and you're just like, man, I could have been doing so
Man, I
much
could have
other
been
stuff.
so productive with my life.
Right.
I'm sure my wife hates me right now. But
Dude, that's me every day I come home. I'm just like, man, I could do this, 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 and this, but I don't have a lot of time before bed, so I'm gonna go play some games, and then from like 7 o'clock till midnight, I'm on my computer playing games. I'm just like, damn, I could
so
have done all of this stuff.
without the social aspect, like, do you think you'd even log in as much as you do?
I guess that kind of depends on like the
It's a
spurt
deep
or like
question. I'm
the
sorry, I kind of asked
Right.
a deep water.
like I mean like I go through phases of games. So like there's times where like currently I'm in I'm been playing a game called Soul Mask. It's a survival crafting game. And I got a server for it for me and a few buddies, but like I've been really heavy on that.
Nice.
Which is why I haven't really been on WoW a whole lot aside from like raid and here and there on the weekends. But next month maybe I'll be back on WoW.
Yeah.
Who
Well, I
knows?
mean, it's understandable. Everybody needs their breaks from the same old sometimes. What
Yeah.
What do you think about like the state of melee classes as a whole? Since I mean, you play mostly melee characters. I mean, you touched on a hunter a little bit, but I don't think I've really ever seen you play one. Anytime I see you, you're on your cat, basically.
Or my mage as of recently.
Oh yeah, that's true. You did dabble in the arcane arts. Yeah.
No, not Arcane, Frost.
Ooh.
I'm not Mito. I did not
Thank
have
goodness
fantasies
for
about.
that, Skate.
Shout,
Yeah, I did not have
shout out to the-
fantasies about being.
Shout
an
out to the
Arcane
guy
mage.
who's not listening to the show right now.
Right. Shout out to the soon-to-be
Boycotting.
guest star who's not listening. But yeah, what would you say? Maybe for Druid specifically, but like melee as a subset of player base. Like, what would you say needs to be improved? Is anything going well? That kind of thing.
For Feral specifically, I think they need to be buffed again.
Big
I
time.
think I think they buffed the crap out of Feral at the beginning of the patch, and then we're like, okay, everybody's in a good spot, but then everybody else kind of started falling off, so now everybody else is getting buffed ahead of Feral again, and we're like Feral's starting it. It's a vicious cycle
So
that I've
it's
kind
like
of
literally nothing changed.
right. I
What
think
would you-
I think
What would
Yeah.
you change
What-
about Feral if you had the chance? Like, what could they do to
What
really
are some
improve that
core
spec?
changes that Feral needs, in your opinion?
I think they need a bigger energy pool. I think some of your core abilities should cost a little less energy. I mean, I think that's really aside from just like the overall damage increase. Like I like the play style of Feral. I was a little disappointed with them getting rid of a lot of the snapshotting, and making it, a really like simple and I guess complex simple class, because it's still not necessarily a super simple class, but you only really have two things to track unless you're using Moonfire, and in that case you have three as far as your dots. But I think right now Feral is in a decent spot altogether. I just think they need a bit more damage overall.
Do you think that like maybe buffing the bleeds would be enough, or is it like the core abilities that need to be buffed?
So they at the beginning of the patch, that's what they were or at the beginning of the expansion, that's what they were doing, is they were buffing the bleeds, and then they would give a overall increase. I think personally, I think the bleeds are fine, the way they are right now. I think your abilities need just an overall damage increase.
So, like, my experience with Feral Druid is very limited. Like, I played it way back in the day when you used to have to be behind your target for everything. Is that still a thing?
I believe you get some bonuses if you're behind your target, but
Or
I
maybe
don't
to the
think you.
side?
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily need to. You can be in front of the target.
Okay.
I believe you get like some crit bonuses or
The,
something. I'd have to go back and look through the talents to
the
look.
main gripe I
Um,
had, and, Trog, feel free to jump in anytime, but the main gripe I had playing Kitty Druid, my limited time that I did, is it just felt too much like a rogue where you had to build up the combo points for everything all the time. And I'm not a big like builder spender type gameplay type person. That's just not my
right.
brain.
That's actually what keeps me away from Feral too. Is I don't like the energy and combo point play style. It's the reason I can't get into rogues as well.
Yeah, it definitely took a little bit to kind of get used to that, but at this point, it's just kind of second nature.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
imagine
could see
so.
that.
Do you miss it when you go to like a different class? Like, would you go to like a rage or a mana
A
system?
mage is totally different.
Completely different.
100%. I don't really miss the builder spender. No, I think I could do without it, but that's just the best way to do damage.
Yeah, for sure. So you need to start playing Moonkin because it's the superior spec, sir.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not.
Oh man. I always like the idea of Feral because I like a dot play style. It's why Affliction Lock is really my favorite spec. But it is that energy and combo point system that keeps me away from it. Whenever I play, I haven't played Feral as much as I've played Rogues, but every time I play a Rogue, I always feel like I'm just energy starved all the time.
Yep, ditto.
I don't know how to get away from
And
that.
yeah, and that's why I said I think that Feral needs a overall like energy pool increase because I feel the same way. Like there's times where I'm in my rotation and I have full energy, and then I look down and I have nothing, and I've only used like two abilities,
Yeah, that
and it's
doesn't
like
feel
there's
good.
no way that there's no way that that should use all of my energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
What about like mechanics wise? How do you think the game is playing right now for Melee? Because for those who don't know, I've recently started dabbling in the dark arts of being a Death Knight, and uh, I feel like it's a lot more forgiving right now than it has been in the past, especially if you use like the tools like the character highlight. The thing I like the thing that puts the circle around me so I know where I need to be standing at all times.
Yeah, that's a really nice addition that they made. I think that you've been able to do that though for a while.
Yeah, it's just I'm old and not not really into like all the tools at my disposal per se.
He he doesn't like all these things us whippersnappers have.
You young kids today with your highlight assists and yeah. Anyway, what would you say like as far as the game itself being melee friendly or not?
I would agree with your statement that it is more forgiving than previous expansions.
War
I
Within
think that's also
specifically was horrible.
I think that's also due to WoW trying to make the game a little easier and
Yeah.
trying to bring in new players.
Which I'm all for. I
Um,
mean,
oh,
Which
100%.
yeah, it desperately needs it.
we need more people to play, otherwise the game we love is just going to even more slowly die.
Right. I do think that they make people move a little too much in raid, though.
I was hoping you would say it, man, because I've been feeling it, especially in raids.
That's what
Like-
Rocket's been fishing for, apparently.
Dude,
I just want somebody who plays melee all the time to back me up that, like, dude, how much uptime am I going to lose on the boss because I got to freaking move every 2 seconds?
Yeah, and I'm saying maybe that's just like tank placement or something, or like the tanks just like continuously moving because they were doing something or they're used to playing DPS. I don't know, but yeah, I don't like that I start my intro or my opener and then like I have to move 5 feet because I'm not attacking anything anymore in the middle of my Convoke.
Right.
Oh, God,
like-
that sucks. When something happens during the Convoke and you've just got to deal with it. Oh, I hate
Or
it.
like
Yeah.
Convoke combined with a trinket and you've used everything and now, the thing that was in front of me is no longer in front of me.
Exactly.
What the hell happened?
It's the
Where'd it go?
worst. Oh, I agree.
A great
100%
example
there.
for our raid is the dragons fight. And I feel like our tanks have gotten a lot better of planting them better. But like the first few times we did that pull, man, even on my hunter, I was having to move like ridiculous across the world to get back on target.
Oh yeah, and I mean Pharaoh's a very mobile class. Like I've got a bunch of speed boost, and I also have my wild charge that I can just kind of jump back to the target. But those all have
love
ranges and cooldowns.
Right. Well, just do
Yeah,
it
they do.
again. What's the problem?
I can't do it when I have to move every 2 seconds.
Thank you for bringing it out because the other thing I've seen is, and it doesn't just happen to me, there seems to be like, I don't know if it's because of our raid size, we tend to go with like 239 usually for our heroic raids.
Yeah.
So there's only so many people that can get hit with all the mechanics. But dude, I shit you not. It seems like there's 1 or 2 people per fight that just get all the mechanics while everyone else gets to be awesome.
Oh yeah, and I'm usually one of those
You're
guys for
usually one
whatever
of them,
reason.
and I'm the other one
that
on the
gets-
ranged.
yeah, I
on the
get-
ranged side.
It's the same with running Nexus. That side you go down when you get the circle around you that you have to get away from everybody that just ticks down.
Yeah.
Every time I run that mythic, I get that. And I get it every single time, not just once. It's like, okay, 3 times in the same fight. So now I have to stop DPS and get away.
It's like literally just do nothing, don't die.
Right. Like that's such a big DPS loss.
It's terrible, and it makes you feel
I hate
bad
it.
as the player, right? It's like,
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
was
for
in the
sure.
middle of having a good time, and now all of a sudden have to drop everything and pay attention to this dumb thing.
Yep.
So I'm going to ask you, Skate. Give us your favorite WoW story, like a raid story, a PvP story, something that you just really were proud of or happy about.
God,
I put you on the
that's
spot.
a hard one. Yeah, you did.
He either has too many stories or too few. Let's find out.
I mean, there are a lot of stories. I don't know.
Well, don't make it like a Rocket story. Make it good.
And short.
Oh, it would definitely be short. I don't know. I'd maybe the. God, see, I don't know. Stop, dog.
What was your
Being
What was
too
your
loud.
very first raid like?
Very first. Fuck, I don't know. I don't remember that far back.
Dude, I remember my first raid.
I do.
I remember that shit forever because it was Kara.
Yeah, my first actual legit, like, gearing up, getting ready, and going to the raid was Karazhan.
Oh, I miss Kara. That was such a good place.
Well, I didn't play back then.
Yeah. And
Yeah, you
that's
missed
okay.
the
We forgive you.
you missed the golden days of Wrath of the Lich King, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my first actual raid might have been. I don't even think I did anything in Shadowlands because it's all
Something in
PvP.
Kata?
No, I don't think I did anything in Kata because I did mostly PvP in Kata.
Okay, well,
Uh,
what's a really good PvP story? Like, what's something that happened in PvP you're either really proud of or really surprised you survived, kind of thing.
oh, I got the 1600 rating mount or whatever in Shadowlands.
wow.
I was pretty proud of
Okay,
that.
that's kind of a big deal, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I was pretty proud of that. I did. Well, I was in a part of a PvP guild at the time. They pretty much only did PvP. Um, there's a story. Here you go. I kind of forgot about that.
There we go.
So we used to set up PvP events, and we'd do like world PvP. And we'd set up dates and times to do that. But what we would do, we'd get like, we try to get majority of the guild, but we'd get like 20 to 30 people, and we would all meet up right outside of Stormwind, and then we would go raid the auction house, and we'd sit in the auction house and see how long we could last. And we would
that
just
was
hold the
you.
auction house. That
Oh,
was me, yes.
I remember doing that stuff. That stuff was tons of fun.
Oh, 100%. I had a blast doing it. And like I think we would, after we died, we would all regroup and we'd go back. And I think we did it like 3 times each day, or each time we did it.
I'm sure you guys did, but did you like coordinate your assault with like warlocks and having like lock gates up to the tops of buildings so you could quickly get up and down if you needed to, that kind of thing?
No, we did not do that, but that would have been a smart thing to do.
Because there's a couple of spots in Stormwind I know from my years of being in a filthy alliance that
Shout
there's
out
a
to
couple of
Hit.
spots, especially on top of the auction house specifically, where you're just out of range of the flying griffins that are flying overhead. If you just camp out up there, you can literally pull an entire raid team there if you have a warlock.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
Just food for thought, everybody.
Well,
are you
we'll
encouraging
get a-
us to raid Stormwind? Because it wouldn't take much encouraging for me.
You know, I've
No,
never
yeah, we
actually
could go now.
participated in something like that myself, and I really would like to just once before my WoW career ends.
Dude, is that even
Yeah.
a thing anymore? Do people
Oh,
still
yeah.
raid the capital cities?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Especially like during the downtimes, like right before a new expansion or the tail end of a content patch, like right between seasons. People are looking for any excuse to do something like that.
Skate, you need to put together an event, sir, because I would love to raid Stormwind.
Oh yeah, that'd be really fun.
Reminds me,
We can
of,
get hit. We can get hit involved. Oh, I'm
Crossroads
sorry. No, we can't.
defending and like Ironforge defending back in the day.
There's been a lot of talk about Crossroads defending on this
I
here
mean,
podcast.
Crossroads was where it was at because it was the biggest open world spot where you could literally just say, "Come at me, bro," and just see how long you last.
Is that where Wintergrasp is?
Crossroads was out in the Barrens
Oh.
back in the day.
Oh yeah, I remember where that's at.
It was like
Yeah,
dead
it's-
center of the map.
It was like the town that the Alliance always raided outside of Stormwinds or outside of Orgrimmar.
Right.
So at the time, my guildies and I would just sit at Crossroads and
I
just
actually
fight
made it a point
Alliance
not
over
to
and
log
over.
out in the capital city. I would log out at Crossroads every day just so I could be there.
It sounds like
man,
Well,
fun.
that's fun, man. Yeah, PvP's never really been my jam, but just once I'd like to be part of like a huge raid on a capital. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun.
led by Skate of Pull All the Things. That sounds awesome.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna lead it, but I'll get everybody
He'll
together for it.
participate.
Hey, I'll participate. I'm not gonna lead it though.
You got to tell Bam.
That's
to
what our
lead it,
guild
then
leader's for.
Bam would lead the
That's
hell
what
out
our
of that
guild
raid.
leader's for.
I mean,
Who's our guild leader's kind of a slacker. He doesn't really do anything.
Bam
I
would
know,
literally
right?
just be a raid unto himself, Trog. Let's be real.
He really is
You get
with all
Show
those undead.
and Bam, and there you go. There's your raid.
I mean, honestly, yeah. That can't forget Peon.
Oh gosh,
Oh, we do need some peon.
Yeah,
he hasn't been
I mean,
showing
you
up
get,
to raid lately. I think he's probably just over it.
He said he was tired
You
of
get-
you
you gotta get-
specifically.
I figured.
Dang.
Yeah.
So you got to get your ranged melee and tank, and you're good. No healer needed.
No. But, Meg will be there because Bam's there.
Oh yeah, that absolutely.
Well, we do need a healer to spam heals on Bam. I mean, Show will take care of himself.
Yeah.
No, he's
proven
a
that.
death knight. He can heal himself.
Yeah, I didn't think their self healing was as good as
It's
frickin'
not that
paladins.
great anymore.
I know they
Well,
took
then
away
Show
the
can just
druid
heal him.
self heal.
Oh, dude, I love the druid self heal.
Yeah, it was nice before they took it away from us, those bastards.
They took
didn't take
away
it
your
away.
self-healing drug?
Well, they took away that the button I could just push and my life was back to full.
Yeah, they took away the instant heal, the swift
Yeah,
man.
Swift man.
Yeah, I missed that.
Dude, that was so nice.
And it didn't even pop you out of whatever form you were in either, which was great.
Uh-huh.
That's the problem with the one I use right now is every time I use it, I'm popped out of my boomkin form, and then I have to get back into it. So now I've lost 2 global cooldowns.
Just
sucks.
to heal yourself a little bit.
Oh, not just myself, though. I'm healing everybody around me. That's how I roll, Rocket.
Ah. Well, I also know that how you roll is butt pulling the entire room.
That too, yes.
Much less so since I became a druid, because now I can just stealth through everything.
No, you
Yeah, that's what I do.
You don't butt pull anymore. Now you starfall pull.
It's true. I upgraded from butts to stars.
Starry butts. The Trog story.
On the next episode.
That's awesome. So, Skate, you came to us, I think, did you guys join in Season 1 or Season 2 last expansion?
I think we joined at the end of Season 1. Because Season 1 was Spider, right?
Yeah. You were there for a queen kill, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I
So-
was there for the queen kill.
For you, how do you feel about, War Within versus Midnight? Is it, have they improved things, in your opinion?
I like the additional end game content. I think they did a great job with that. I haven't done too much of it, but I mean, the fact that you're giving people a reason to continue to play after they've, hit whatever milestone that they wanted to hit,
Right.
is definitely, an improvement.
I like
Have
that
you
as
played-
a philosophy.
Have you
Yeah.
played some of the new stuff like the Void Assaults or the Abyss Anglers or anything?
I have not done any of that yet. No, I've been a little busy with work, but also anytime I'm on, I'm trying to finish my Void Forge thing. That way I can get my rerolls.
Well,
Oh,
there's a couple of smart dudes who have had a lot to say about the void assaults. You might want to listen to them.
yeah, but you can summarize it very quickly. They
Don't
suck.
do it.
Don't do it. All right.
The rituals,
The
are
ritual
pretty
sites
fun, though.
are fantastic, man. I can't say that enough. I love them. And then the other day, I got Show to just basically walk me through. Basically, the idea is you choose your own affixes, kind of thing, and you get achievements if you have all of them active. It's kind of like the horrific visions. You remember those?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's basically like a horrific vision, but an island expedition / delve all rolled into one. And
Interesting.
Show literally just ran me and this other random dude who was looking for easy achieves. Uh, he ran us through it, and like it was nothing, but it was challenging enough that it was engaging and it was fun.
Yeah.
Right.
It's definitely, that one is engaging and fun, unlike some of the other things.
So the Void Assaults, I will say this: if you have a fresh level 90 and you don't care to be bored out of your mind while you do it, it's a great way to get free hero pieces or at least champion pieces as well. Because just doing all the assaults and then getting the bags and stuff, you can buy all the gear and it'll help supplement your, I usually gear by doing delves, mythic pluses, and weeklies and that. And the prey, dude, the best event they've ever freaking included, and I hope they fine tune it and add to it in the future. But yeah, man, I'm with you, man. I really like the idea of just having a smorgasbord of choices.
I wish that they would add another tier to the vault though, or implement PvP in there somehow.
I was gonna say they need to put PvP back on there for the PvP.
Right, because I mean, I notice a lot more people are doing dungeon, like they're going towards a PvE focus, and PvP's not, popping off like it used to be. And
I feel that's a segment of the community that, even though it's not something I do, I appreciate the fact that it exists for the people who want it, and I don't want to see it go away.
Right, I feel like it's starting to die off.
Just like the pet battles, Trog.
Well, yes. The PvP in particular always seems like the most neglected part of the game.
I wouldn't say neglected, because almost every fine-tuning pass that I have to deal with in PvE is because somebody bitched about it doing PvP.
That is very true. That might be one reason why they don't do anything to Feral, because Feral has always notoriously been a superb PvP class.
Well, I mean, it's rogue. I mean, it's a furry rogue, so I mean that makes sense.
I don't like that.
It's a better version of a rogue with fur. Better?
I like that. I'm a
no
cat.
I think from now on we are going to call Skate a furry rogue.
No.
It's going to be like Showdom.
He's going to be Skate, the furry rogue.
Oh God, what have I started?
You came on a podcast. That was your first mistake.
You said yes to talking to us today. I mean, that's how it happened.
Touche.
You need to find some of those dueling videos so that we can link them to the YouTube.
We really do. I want to link them on our website, man.
Oh, they're on YouTube somewhere, I'm sure. Let me see if I can find them.
Yeah, I've been kind of doing some Googling, hoping I would run across them, but I haven't found them yet.
I'm not going to lie, on the side, I've been trying to look myself.
Have you really?
Yes.
Oh, man. You said there's video evidence, so I'm out there trying to find it.
So it
unless
reminds me
he took
of,
them down.
There was a dude, I forget his name right now, but there was a guy who played a mage. He was a gnome mage, and he would take random screenshots around the world of Warcraft, and he would have people guess where he was based on the screenshot.
There's a guy on TikTok that does something like that in the real world.
It's probably the same guy.
That would be funny.
If it ain't broke.
Don't fix it.
But yeah.
So
I gotta say, like, for going from range to melee brain, I feel like this expansion, for better or for worse, it's more accessible than it's ever been. And I think for once that's a good thing. I feel like the more people who can be playing this game and having a good time and not stressing themselves out so much with like doing their perfect button pressing, muscle memory. I think it's better for the overall, what would you call it? The gaming environment, so to speak.
The health of the game,
The
right?
health of the game. The ecosystem.
If there's people that can take on new roles and do new things, like, I mean, both Wyland and Show basically said the same thing, that if you wanted to start tanking right now or healing, now is the time to do it. Yeah, because doing a 10 is not like you're not killing yourself as a tank healer or even a melee.
Especially if you go with, friends, guildies.
It's the only way I run Mythic Pluses.
I mean, I'm pretty firm on that myself, but I found myself in a heroic raid this morning. Oh, he posted it.
I have found. Found the
did he
evidence.
find some videos?
I sure did.
See
yes.
a video that needs to be linked to our website.
Yeah, you got to link that over. The famous duels.
God.
What did you guys do? You just show up in random places and duel each other?
Pretty much. We used to fly around, just like, oh, this would be a pretty cool place to duel, and then go, okay, let's go duel. I mean, we still do that. We don't duel quite as much, but we still do that from time to time.
Now,
and let me tell you, dude, he is almost impossible to beat.
Oh, I bet.
I was going to ask what your win rate on those duels are, because I've watched Bam play. I don't think it's very high.
Especially on a death night.
Well, he was playing Warrior back then.
Oh, but, I mean, that's almost as bad, especially with dueling, because of the self-healing.
Back in BFA, we used to duel. We had another guy that we played with. He played a Demon Hunter. And the three of us would go back and forth and, take turns dueling each other. And I think back in BFA was the most I actually defeated him. And I cannot beat him anymore. I think I've beat him once, maybe twice in a duel since then.
Wow.
We need to make that a guild contest. We need to actually put together tiered rankings of everybody, and whoever wins the guild duel competition has to duel Bam. And if they can beat
I
Bam,
don't want to win.
they get a title.
I don't want to win if I have to fight Bam.
Oh, don't worry, you won't.
I know it.
I want to see him and Show fight, because Show stays alive forever.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be... Yeah. That would be an epic battle.
To anybody listening, I don't know if we mentioned this, but Skate is also our engineer for the podcast. So anytime the podcast sounds good and has music, that's his fault, not my fault, because I'm terrible at audio.
Yeah. He hasn't had a lot of time lately, and we understand life be lifing, but
Yeah, I've been
I'm going to
slacking.
publicly thank you for the work that you have done in the past, because it makes me sound smart.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we
And
appreciate
that
the
is
sad
no
work you
easy
do.
task, man. That is no easy task.
Indeed.
It takes a lot of work.
I bet.
I
Those
spend
hamsters,
hours upon it.
those hamsters are working overtime.
Yeah, 100%. My 2 brain cells have to try to multiply.
Yeah. Oof. How did you get 2?
Me and my brother share.
Oh,
Sometimes
gotcha.
I have the second one. Sometimes he
My
does.
brother keeps telling me that he needs all of his. I don't think he's telling me the truth.
There's a running joke between me and my 2 brothers that we all share the same brain cell.
It tends to happen in families.
Yeah.
When are you recruiting your brothers to join us in
Yeah,
Raid?
come on, man.
It's a family affair.
They're not into MMOs. I've tried to get my brothers
Have
to
you
play,
told them
and
that
they're
WoW's
just like,
no
no,
longer an MMO?
no, because it's still kind of is.
I mean, technically, it is only in name at this point. Let's be real.
I have a
That's
real life.
true.
I have a real life friend, and he's connected to with me on Battle.net, and occasionally I forget he's like militantly anti-WoW. He says, I don't want to pay somebody $15 a month to have another job.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's another big factor as to why they won't play is because they don't want to have to pay.
And I think that's something that Blizzard needs to do soon. I know we have an episode coming up, so I won't talk too much about it, but like dropping the sub fee, I don't think that's something that's needed anymore, especially if they're going to put tree houses for $75.
Literally
in the store.
took the words right out of my mouth, man.
I know. I did that on purpose.
Jerk.
I stole your line.
You do it all the time.
I do.
Whose line is it anyway?
That's okay. I'll still talk about it when it's appropriate. Well, I want to say thank you for joining us today, Skate, and giving us your insights with Melee. Again, if there's anything like specific you think would make Melee feel better,
Make them ranged. I'm kidding.
I mean, a lot of the Melee classes really are. Let's be real. Ret Pally is mostly ranged. You only have to run in to do your interrupt and a few other things. Unholy Death Knight, it's like they're the Melee version of BM Hunter. I think that's why I'm having such a blast.
I know. I was going to say,
I'd
and
say
they
they're
make
more the Melee version of Affliction, or of Demo. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
they make
so like Unholy plays like I wished Demonology Warlock would play.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I gotta
it
dust
just
off my
clicks.
Death Knight. I gotta
It
dust
just
off my
clicks.
Death Knight because I tried Unholy last expansion. I didn't really care for it.
Yeah, it was garbage last expansion. It's amazing this one.
You say it was
Yeah, it's
garbage,
like-
and yet Bam's topping every meter.
Well, okay.
Dude,
It's garbage
yeah.
unless you know what you're doing, and you've
Okay,
been
well,
playing
that's
it
fair.
for forever. Like for the flip floppers and the wafflers of the world, like yours truly, it was crap.
Yeah, not that Trog guy. He's not a flip flopper anymore.
Nope, he's druid
Anymore.
for life.
Heck yeah, doing the right side.
Hell yeah, man! More orange in the raid. That's what I say.
I mean, I already have a level 90 druid, so let's figure it out, man.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not playing it. We need more healers.
All druid raid.
I
You
have
know,
proposed this many times.
Last expansion, I actually joined an all druid raid. We didn't get enough druids to actually raid, but like we were pretty close.
Wow.
Druids Druids have everything. It's the perfect class, I think.
I agree. I think at least one of the druid specs should have a lust.
Yes,
I'm
I
kind
agree.
of
Maybe
surprised
healer
that they
or-
haven't done that yet.
Yeah, maybe healer or boomy should have a lust. I don't think feral needs lust. I mean, it's
But I mean,
nice,
they
but I
do
don't think
have
they should have
the
it. But
Mark of the Wild buff, which is very useful.
Well,
yeah, versus.
but maybe Feral should have lust because they're just furry rogues.
Now you're saying that rogues need lust then too?
No,
Well, they don't provide anything else to the raid.
other than their singular awesome DPS.
There's been multiple shout outs and targets hit this episode.
I would like the record to
Absolutely.
show that none of those shout outs or targets were from Rocket.
Yes,
Nope,
I would.
they were
I
from
would.
me.
I would also like to double down that Rocket does not recognize Hit as a valid member of the raid, but I do.
Oh,
There's the shot.
I really hope Hit is listening to the podcast.
It's all right. We still love him. We love our alliance
our
rogue.
single solitary alliance rogue. So he is the reason why whenever we form up for raid, that it says this is now a cross faction raid.
Yep.
Every
That
time.
was the funniest thing because we had like 22 people, and
We
then
even had
Hit joined.
pugs, man, and none of them were alliance.
They were all
That's crazy.
And then he was the last person to join the group, of course.
Thanks, Hit. Well, Trog, have we salted this melee horse?
I think we have. Do you want to give a preview for what our next episode's going to be about?
You know, if only I had a tool that would tell me what it is. Oh! Oh, you'll like
Well,
this
you're
one
kind of a
too,
tool.
Skate. This is great. All right. So coming up
I'm ready
next,
for it.
everybody, we're going to talk about one of my favorite new game modes, and that is the Prey system. Stay tuned for Prey, fun with a side of frustration.
I feel like Trog's going to have some salt for that episode too.
You think so?
Yeah.
I seem to
Yeah.
recall a few days ago, I think it was last week sometime, that I was in Discord and all I heard was expletive, expletive, expletive. I'm not doing this anymore, expletive.
I think somewhere in there was also, I hate this game, and I almost threw my mouse across the room.
Trog
You
was
know,
not having a
I
good
still
time.
I still have yet to do one of the nightmare praise.
Oh, dude, they're
Really?
so fun. Like, anyway,
There's an
no.
there's an
That-
F word involved, but it's not fun.
No, they're fun. They're just cheap, and we'll get into that in the episode.
Thank you,
looking
thank you
forward
for
to
coming
listening.
on, Skate. We
Absolutely.
we love having you in the guild. We love having you as our sound engineer, and we loved having you on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
I
It's been
appreciate
good
that.
getting to know more about you and what brought you to the game. And like I said, I second what Trog said. I enjoy playing with you. You're a really cool dude who actually invites me to do content, and I like that.
I mean, that's what a guild's supposed to be about,
Yeah.
right? You know, you invite your guild mates to go do content.
Yeah. So I appreciate that a lot. You're one of the few who actually shouts out in guild chat, looking for groups for whatever. So I appreciate that a lot.
Hear that,
I'm
everybody?
an officer. I gotta do something.
Rocket is watching guild chat. and
I know
taking
I'm
notes.
old. I still read.
Honestly, I feel like nobody ever responds to those though. Like there's a select few, and it's always like the core people that are doing mythics in our guild that respond to those. Like, oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, after
sure.
this one.
Well, we haven't made our shout out to Winmar this week, but I will say he will watch Discord and actually jump online to come play with us. So shout out to Winmar.
Cool.
And maybe I'll have to start posting in Discord for groups then.
Yeah.
There are a couple of people that watch Discord and will jump on the game if you post for groups. I am one of
Trog
them
is
usually.
one of
I'm not
them
always.
if he's busy.
Yeah, I'm not always in World of Warcraft, but I always have Discord up on one of my monitors, so I will jump in if somebody's looking for people to run with.
That's good to know.
But yeah, from all of us here at the Guild, Pull All the Things, and Salt All the Things, the podcast, stay salty, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
See you.